Oh, I didn't see you there. Welcome to our third video here at Abaarso ASAP. Today we are talking about Abaarso's skills and competency-based curriculum and how your competencies are still an important part of your Abaarso education, even during this break. So, what are competencies?
Competencies are the skills that we expect you to master by the time you finish your current grade.
Earlier this year, we met in specific grade level groups to go over the competencies that you are required to have satisfactorily completed your grade level.
These aren't all the competencies you need to know, but they're some of the most important ones.
Remember, you are responsible for knowing all of these competencies, and we will be sending you resources over the next few weeks to help you start practicing.
Seventh grade is all about strengthening your math and English skills. By the end of 7th grade, all students should be able to write using the future, continuous, and perfect forms of the present, past, and future tenses. Additionally, all 7th graders should be able to solve basic math problems using addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division, and should be able to solve problems using a number line. 8th grade is all about preparation for upper school. By the end of 8th grade, students should be able to write a 3-paragraph essay with minimal mistakes, as well as read a piece of writing and identify the theme and create a plot diagram for that piece of writing. In mathematics, 8th graders should be able to solve problems with positive and negative integers, write their own word problem, and should have all of their multiplication tables memorized.
Ninth grade is all about building and mastering the skills that will carry you through the rest of upper school. By the end of 9th grade, all students should be able to write a 5-paragraph descriptive or persuasive essay and read and comprehend both fiction and nonfiction texts. In terms of STEM, all students should be able to solve and graph inequalities and complete lab reports.
For the 10th grade, you'll need to focus on some things as well. For the humanities stream, you need to focus on your verbal command of the English language. The second thing that you'll need to focus on is incorporating primary and secondary sources into a research context. And finally, you need to be able to identify, analyze, and evaluate arguments. And then for STEM, you need to be able to identify and apply the functions from linear to radical and identify the graphs associated.
For the English competencies, you should work on writing your self-directed research paper, writing multiple drafts of potential personal statements, and working on reading comprehension by reading books for fun, newspaper articles, and using websites like ReadWorks to quiz yourself. For STEM, make sure you're practicing trigonometric graphs and applying those to real-world data.
By the time you are graduating or you are finishing 12th grade, you should be able to conduct a research and then write a research paper. And then you should have 10 credible sources. When it comes to STEM, come up with a math concept and apply that to real life. For example, minimizing the cost of painting the school, or maybe figuring out how efficient Abaarso is when it comes to its energy usage.
To move on to the next grade level, you will need to complete all of the competencies that you are responsible for. Details for how this will happen will be made available at a later date. But for now, and as always, your education is in your hands. So use this time for practice of the skills you need to work on and make sure you are prepared for your return to school. If you want to see the full list of competencies, look in the description to the video below. For now, happy studying!